Hello ladies, it is me Karina, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the types of men to completely avoid. And trust me, you're gonna want to listen to this because so many ladies just for some reason don't get this simple concept, okay? It's basically one thing that I want to paraphrase, and then I'm going to get into all of the details. So basically it has come to my attention for quite some time that women like to waste their time. Why? That goes beyond me. And trust me, your life is way too short to be even coming close to wasting a second on a person who is not worth your time. And basically what I want to summarize is you should only be interested in men who are interested in you. Now that sounds quite simple, but for some reason, females tend to not get this. So if you are young, and if you haven't wasted a lot of your time, listen to this. If you are wasting your time, please also listen to this, okay? Some people, they just can't get it through their heads that this is not good for them. This is not good for their future, and they're not accomplishing anything. And it shows more desperation. And those are none of the things that we want as an elegant, high caliber woman, because the whole point and purpose of this channel is to make ourselves better, okay? We talk about money, we talk about women, how to get power, how to be just a strong woman, and wasting your time doesn't do the trick, okay? So let's talk about this, okay? When a man doesn't show interest in you, then stop talking to them. Stop begging to talk to them. Just stop doing any of that. That's just plain and simple. But there are these distinct types of men that women still tend to go after. The first one, and potentially one of the most dangerous ones, are the men that want you as a groupie. And basically, you don't want to be a groupie. You don't want to be a groupie to a band. You especially don't want to be a groupie to a man, because what does a groupie do? She just follows them around like a little puppy dog and just does whatever they want. They just kind of, you know, stay there in the sidelines while they live their life and just kind of go with the flow of their life. And men seek that kind of desperation and that weakness. And a lot of people that fall into that category are typically don't have the strongest self-esteem. So if that's the kind of issue, then that really needs to be worked out, because it's going to reflect in all aspects of life, and that's very, very dangerous. That's a very easy way to get taken advantage of as a woman, and not something you want to do. So if they are kind of treating you as a groupie, then stay away, okay? The next thing is they're not taking you seriously. And this happens quite frequently. And when that happens, there is typically an unfair power balance, and that's where that comes in. Whether it's an age gap or maybe a career gap or a financial gap, any man that honestly thinks this way should not be someone you want to be with, because a good man, whether there is an age gap or a financial gap, he is going to see you as an equal and as a woman he wants to support and uplift, not somebody that's kind of a joke and kind of doing her own little thing on the side, and that doesn't really matter, that he's just gonna continue doing whatever he wants, and any arguments or kind of concerns you have are going to be ignored. That's also very traumatizing and not a pleasant thing, so there's no reason why you should be sticking around for that. Now, I want to mention also age gaps. This doesn't obviously happen only with age gaps, but typically this kind of, again, unfair power shift does happen in age gap relationships, and that's because a woman is placed to tolerate the man's behaviors, all of them. There's a good reason why a lot of men try to find younger counterparts. It's not beauty related, although that does play a contribution. It's also behavior in mentality and kind of a vulnerability, and girls that can be easily manipulated, because if that's the case, then they're going to tolerate his behaviors no matter what it is, whether it's standing you up, only seeing you occasionally, even cheating on you. Oh, do you really want that? Do you really want somebody to do that to you? The answer is no. So that's definitely a type to also avoid. And then the last but not least is the stringing you along type of men. And this comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. And please, honestly, I do not understand why women stick around. They're acting sometimes as if there is this one man that is meant for you, and that is it, as if it is your true love. If he's stringing you along, I do not care how big your butterflies are. I don't care how much you love him. You are wasting your precious time. You're wasting your life, and it's not going to improve. A man that's stringing you along, that's not fully committing to you, and that's where their relationship is stuck and not moving forward, is only going to be more and more detrimental to your psyche, to your confidence, and to basically the rest of your life, because what's the point if nothing is progressing? I once knew a couple, and this is quite a sad story in my opinion, and I honestly don't know what the woman is thinking, because she is kind of getting near to the end of her reproductive years. She is in her late 30s. This man is kind of approaching his late 50s. He's already had a kid, he's been married, he's been divorced. They've been dating for 3 years, right? And it's this kind of unstable, rocky, on and off relationship, because she wants a family. She wants kids. She wants to move forward. She wants that commitment, but he's not giving it to her at all. He wants to party. He just wants to enjoy the life. And the reason he's with her is, yeah, he does love her, but mostly because he's comfortable with her. She's someone he can take on trips because they live in close proximity together. They don't even live together after 3 years, being kind of also in the older type. You know, if you're younger, then typically you spend a little more time getting to know somebody, settling down with them and living with them. Not all, sometimes, right? But these people are definitely a bit older of a couple, so it's kind of like time to settle in. None of them live with kids, anything, right? So the relationship is just stuck. All it is just occasional fun, and that's it. The guy wants to party around, she wants a family, and they keep breaking up because of the same issue. On and off, on again, on and off, on again, this toxic thing. And year goes by, another year, a third year. Now she's 38, then she's 39, then she's 40. They break up again. Where is this going to lead to, honestly? The one thing that's very important for us females, and that's exactly why I'm bringing this up, is if you want a family, if you want kids, you have no time to be wasting. You have no time to be maybe in your early 20s, but even then you should really be thinking about the types of patterns you are developing and how dangerous that could be, because it could really swallow you into this toxic dating state where you are allowing men to manipulate you, to string you along for their benefit and for their entertainment, and that's not good for you in the moment, and also the mindset that you adapt from those relationships and bring into your future relationships. Because guess what? By the time that relationship is over, it's time to get into a new one and start the process all over again. So basically, the point of this video is everything I just talked about. All these types of men, all they're doing is they're wasting a woman's time for their own fun and for their own benefit, and it's really not contributing to the woman whatsoever. I have seen so many friends, so many acquaintances end up with tears day in and day out because they're talking to unproductive men that aren't really doing anything for them, and they're giving them the time of day, their attention, their love, things like that, and it doesn't make sense. You should be kind of voting with your time. How they say vote with your dollar, but voting with your time is even more precious, because what you do with your time really shows a lot about you. So instead of moving your life forward, picking up hobbies, focusing on your education or on your business, if you are moping over men that is clearly talking to probably 20 other females, then where is your life going? And the reason I'm even speaking out about this is because it's such a common problem. For some reason, a lot of women have adopted this victim mentality of feeling weak and needing men to kind of make them happy, or which is understandable. I could see how that could be in many ways, and I'm not opposed to that. But the problem becomes when they are looking for one specific man to make them really happy and he's not doing anything. That is completely pointless. It is complete waste of your time, and I strongly suggest that you really rethink the direction that you take your dating life if that's the case. Only give your time to men who appreciate you, who want to be with you. remember what I said in the beginning of the video. You should only want to be with men that want to be with you. And if they don't, you are just wasting your time, my precious lady. So keep that in the back of your mind next time you even think about dropping a teardrop over somebody who doesn't even deserve it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more videos, hit the like button, and I will see you in my next video.